Assalamu alaikum friends. Altaf Hussain, Karachi. He Pakistanis know that he started his political career as a Mahajar activist. Mahajar mean the people who migrated to Pakistan from India, mostly at the time of the partition. He raised the slogan that Mahajars are being migrated people are being treated poorly and we have not been given the rights. The Urdu speaking community of Karachi, Hyderabad, Sakkar, etc., gathered behind him and he started a violent movement. His politics was developing day and night, and he became the king of Karachi, the king of Hyderabad. Every government in Pakistan have to somehow take him along. He was literally, he tried to prove himself as a god there in Karachi, Hyderabad. He had a killer squad, collected all the criminals and the hitman, made him join his party and provided them with a protection, somewhat protection as well, political patronage as well. Then asked them to eliminate his political opponents. He used to order them. Also, the economy of Karachi, Hyderabad was also in his hands. He was taking the extortion money from the wealthy people of Karachi, Hyderabad. His party used to order any wealthy businessman, any wealthy person that give us, donate us this much of the money or you are going to be killed. For the protection of one's own life, the people used to pay him whatever they demanded, whatever they ordered. But obviously, any sort of crime cannot be carried on forever. A time arrived when the Pakistani military thought that it is too much. Although they should have curbed him from the very beginning, they must have curbed him from the very beginning, which they didn't do. The rulers of Pakistan were actually the hurdle because they wanted their political sport. That is why they didn't launch any sort of operation against them. Not the operation against the political activists, but against the criminals. Only against the killer squad. Only against the extortionists and the killers, not the political activists at all. A time arrived when they started an operation. It was done firstly during the Benazir Bhutto's government by Major General retired Nasirullah Babar, who was the Interior Minister at that time. He did all that in an excellent manner, but later on it could not be continued. It could not be continued, and they restarted all their criminal activities. But then it went on for another many years. Then again the government of Pakistan came to realize, although Musharraf government has used them as their ally and developed and protected them further, After the demise of, after the Pervez Musharraf regime, then came the government of PMLN. Here they and the military thought that these people must be curbed. Rangers were deployed. PPP government didn't cooperate in that at all. Rather, they created hurdle for whatever reasons. But most of the killers were arrested or they left. Most of them actually went underground. Most of them who were belonging to the killer squad, they went underground or they left the country. Some of them were killed and imprisoned by the Rangers. No more killer squad of MQM. No more extortions by the MQM. At this time, the political activists in Karachi, Hyderabad, they parted ways with Altaf Hussain, who was sitting there in the UK and ordering them to carry on the criminal activities under the garb of political rights. These Pakistani political activists belonging to the MQM, they parted ways with their founder Altaf Hussain. Because these people thought that if at all we do have to live in Pakistan, if at all we do have to do the politics in Pakistan, we cannot carry that much of the baggage of Altaf Hussain at all. Then what did happen? They people, Altaf Hussain has accumulated billions of dollars there in the UK and bought the properties over there. Now a time arrived that MQM Pakistan wanted to take charge of those properties by putting a case in the British court of law, asking that since it belongs to the party and the party are we, not him, so these buildings must be transferred to the name of the political party in Pakistan, MQM. They people won the case there in the court of law of Britain. Today Altaf Hussain is obviously very much unhappy. This is how the situation here is. I think that as far this crime is concerned, as for the dishonesty is concerned, as for making fool of the people is concerned, it cannot be carried on forever. It cannot be carried on forever. If Altaf Hussain has gone, what is going to be with the other rulers of Pakistan? Will they also face the same sort of fate? Yet to be seen. Although they people are not doing what Altaf Hussain used to do, they don't have a killer squad at all, they don't have the extortionist at all, but by speaking lies, making the false promises, gaining power and using the power for their own good, that is also wrong. Now the time is there that the public of Pakistan should get rid of all these other political. Does not mean that we don't need the political people. We do need the political people. But as far these political people are concerned, they must be honest first. They must be honest first. They must not be looting and cheating the country. They must not be corrupt at all. That is also something which should be taken notice of by the general public of Pakistan. Obviously, everything else cannot be done by the external forces at all. But for the people of Pakistan, look upon the Tosha Khana case, how leaders, political leaders belonging to every political party, they have looted and cheated the country, and they have done enough amount of corruption, and also that they have, they have spent money on their own protection, on their own luxuries, and obviously not for the general public at all. The general public need to take cognizance of this thing. If at all we don't do that, we are going to suffer, and we will keep suffering. We are already suffering, but will keep suffering.